Kevin has a lot of experiences with being chased
Well,
and attacked. So, Kevin, you have anything to comment?
Yeah, I find that there are three places where I get my experiences. I'll either have experiences, uh, I'll either have experiences on the physical level, or I'll have them on the real side. Or before I came to the new presentation, I would have a lot of experiences by way of my astral projections and outer body experience practices that I used to do as well. And then another place where I derive my experiences, I mentioned recently on my radio show, which I dubbed the in-betweeny state, and that's what they refer to as hypnagogia, or the hypnagogic state between wakefulness and sleep, and you can get just as many valid experiences there as you can in your wakefulness or in your on your real side. And I've as an example, in a state where I was between asleep and awake in that sort of space, I've actually had a couple of encounters with sort of grey aliens and reptilians, and they've manifested in my bedroom sort of thing. And had I not been in that in-between state, I wouldn't have been able to perceive them with my physical vehicle and my physical senses. But it's just the fact that I was in this sort of state of awareness between the two that I was able to do so. It's very likely they would have been there, but as I said, had I not been in that state, I wouldn't have actually seen them. So uh, I've encountered a lot of people on the physical level with very wide jaws and very big teeth. And I mentioned one of those experiences on one of the Skypes, where I was at work one time, and one individual was there temporarily just for that day, and she kept staring at me. She was a female. She kept staring at me all day long, and I thought, what's up with that? And one point we was alone in the corridor, and she grinned at me, and her entire head, entire sort of mouth split and sort of opened like a dinosaur mouth that she had she had a huge array of teeth in her gob. And it was a bit alarming, and I never saw her after that. So I do think a lot of these individuals, like Zolt was saying, they are sort of monitoring us, and when they get the opportunity, they are poisoning us, and they're also definitely keeping track of us and sending their minions into positions in which they can, I say, keep us under surveillance and things like that. But yeah, I've had a lot of characters follow me out of the real side experiences and temporarily onto the physical level, and they're trying to do all sorts of funny stuff. And a lot of times I'll sing the New You song and dispel them and nullify whatever they're trying to do. So there's a lot of sort of stuff like that, and well, endless experiences really I could talk about but I don't want to use up all the time.
yeah, so I have also seen one of them in the physical. Um, should I talk about it?
Yeah, you can share.
Yeah, so what happened was I was in Thailand, Bangkok, and I went out at night just to look around, see what's happening, and there were hookers everywhere, right? And they were always trying to pick up guys and this and that. So one of them was talking to me, and she changed into a demonic kind of looking face. Just as she was talking to me, for about 1 second, she changed into a kind of not reptilian exactly, but more demonic. And she looked exactly like the hookers in the what is that movie? The Devil's Advocate, when they are going in the elevator and they are trying to make what's his name go with them. So that's exactly what they look like. So these directors, they know exactly what's going on, and they can present it to you factually in the movies. So that was my only experience in the physical where I have seen shapeshifters.
A lot of people are concerned about the protection aspect here. Are the guides protecting me from these aliens and reptilians, etc.? And I just came across some notes the other night about Dwayne saying the protection aspect is highly overrated. It's more about guidance. It's following the guidance that the real guides provide for you. So it's not, and that to me says that it's more, you're more of an active participant than being the recipient of passive protection from somebody. Which is fine. They do that sometimes too, but I think they would rather you, you know, it's your awareness that is your protection, basically. You can do the new you in certain situations. You can be creative. Like I've heard a lot of stories, Kevin's about his creativity on the real side with the reptilians chasing him and things like that. You can be very creative in getting away or countering that. But it's the guidance, he said, that is the big thing here, because the guides will guide you into a certain awareness that is a self-protection, basically. You become more aware. You have a bigger viewpoint than they will, and that in itself, they can't touch you that way.
I would have to disagree with that, because the protection aspect is just as great, because if you don't survive, then there is nothing you're going to do here. If you don't survive your learning experiences, then you have to start over. And that's what they are trying to do. They are trying to kill you. If the guys didn't protect me, I would not be here, I guarantee you that. Because they were trying to make me have accidents, the poisoning, and who knows what else. Attacking me in my sleep, and all kinds of things have happened, yet I'm still here, where I shouldn't be here for all, if I didn't have protection.
Yeah, you go with that. There's also, the stories about the real guides being off themselves, been destroyed themselves. So there's no guarantee for anything. I mean, there's sometimes you do have protection, sometimes you don't. I certainly don't count on it, from anybody or any guide. It's my kind of my journey, and I know Paul said too about Dwayne at one point. Paul said that he should have died. Dwayne was very sick a few years back, and he went into the hospital. And this was this was between 2001 and 2007, between when he had the New Wave is the position, and for a while he gave it a rest. I think he had it from 2001 to 2003, and then he gave it, or 2004, then he gave it a rest for 3 years, and he became into the position again 2007. But during those 3 years he went through hell, and Paul said he should have died. So there you go. There's my example of, like, it's no guarantee that anybody's going to help you, but they do, because Dwayne's had experiences where, what is it, Yabul or Fubi took a hit for him once. He saw in the real Yabul. Okay, thanks. That Dwayne was protected. Yabo had some kind of a wound, and he knew intuitively that Yabo took the hit for Dwayne at one point, where he would have been probably physically injured. So, there's a lot going on that we're not aware of. But
yes. On that note, I was in India, and in India, it's motorcycle mayhem, and you go everywhere with scooters, and the traffic is just crazy. So this one time I was driving my motorcycle, and I was getting kind of irritated, and I just kept going faster and passing everybody, and I'm like, get out of my way. You know, I was getting very irritated with the traffic. And I came to an intersection where a motorcycle came out in front of me, but that was like 100 yards from me. And I saw the whole thing as the motorcycle came out and tried to turn right. Another car or motorcycle hit him, and the guy fell off the motorcycle. There was no injury or anything. But as I am driving past the scene, something in my head said, he took the fall for you. So I know I am protected all the time. So, you know, that made me slow down a little bit.
I've thought the same way many times in my life, that I still wouldn't be here if someone other than myself had put out effort to be protecting me from through wrecks or many different ways, accidents.
I intuitively feel that I am continuously being protected. I had before meeting Juan, I had a initiation from what we call as, in Tamil we call as Valai. In new presentation terms, it can be translated as the chief true silent one. It is portrayed as a divine feminine, and she was always assuring me that I will be protected. And she, in fact, told me also, you also at your level try to protect yourself. It may be right or wrong, but be assured that I will not leave you unprotected. That was a solid assurance I got, actually. In fact, I feel intuitively that I am being protected by Alice. After coming to the new presentation, I am being protected by the sound light of Alice all the time. Only thing is, your focus should be steadfast, unwavering on that source from where you are originating. Your focus should be on the source from where you are originating. That in new presentation terms, it is Alice and its sound light. Thank you.
I'm just listening for now. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hear you. We hear you.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
does this all scare you? All this talk about assassinations and stuff?
Okay, Lila, do you have anything to share?
Well, I would say that he's definitely on the right track here. This is the way you found the key now. Now go for it, because this is really, really the only way that you can change into to be the person that you want to be. Follow this path and you'll find it. You already have it. It's remarkable. It's wonderful. I'm so proud of you. Keep it up.
Can I say one thing? None of it doesn't scare me. I've had experiences with beings before. I've had one of my hybrid children actually come to me, and that's how I got into the new you. I started questioning a little bit about, beings. Oh yeah, they're here to help us, right? Different ETs, but what do they get out of it? Like, so I started questioning that a little bit, and then somehow Kelsey just popped onto my IG, and then I just started getting into it more and more. I've been singing the new you. I've been having my real side experiences. I have been conquering things and becoming more confident in the physical. It's amazing, and I just like to listen and hear everybody's experiences.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
Thank you, Maria. It's wonderful. Good to hear of your progress. and how it's going for you.
I had
Tim,
an
do you have anything
experience the other night.
Yeah.
About this protection. I was in the dream vision, and one of those, I think they're called Greco or Gecko reptilians. They're very monstrous appearing. They're big and real strong looking, and they have a very vicious set of teeth. And I was in the presence of one, and all I did was sing the new you, and I didn't have anything to fear about it anymore. That was just like it took care of that Greco reptilian. But it was very impressive as the appearance alone is amazingly, looks like they're so powerful looking and vicious looking. To have to deal with them, but that's what came to my awareness, was just the new you, and that was like a protection from that Greco reptilian.
I have insurance with Geico. So they are also protecting me.
Yeah.
But
Okay, anybody else?
I didn't read the fine print. Maybe I should have read the fine print on that insurance policy.
It's always in the fine print. Yeah. Okay, everybody, let's do the new you unless somebody else has something.
I just want to say to everybody that I don't think we have anything to worry about as far as safety or protection, because we are so well protected that our enemies must be getting very frustrated because they just can't get to us. They can't achieve what they want to. So I wouldn't be worried about the protection aspect at all. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Zolt. Yeah, in a way, we're invisible to them. You know, they don't have the awareness, so we're basically like, you know, like shadows in a way, or like mist. They just don't. Even the grog god is not able to have the awareness to see, you know, what we see. So that in itself is a plus. Okay, I'll start the new you, and then I'll just call people out. Go ahead, Tim, if you have something.
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, and it sounds like that if they do try to do something to new students, that it's like an instant karma. Whatever they're trying to do comes right back on them.
That's why they send the minions to do the work sometimes, because the big boys don't want to get the backfire, although they will too. But a lot of times they send their little guys out to do the dirty work. Okay, I'll start, and then I'll just call people here. Thanks everybody for being here. New you. Tim? You. Lila? You. Maria,
New you.
Nat,
No, you.
I love that.
Zolt, Zolt,
No, you.
Kevin,
New you.
Todd,
No, you.
This man could see he was on camera the whole time. And I'll tell you, you certainly have changed. Your face is just beautiful now. Your whole countenance, you just glow. Keep it up.
You're talking to me?
I think so. You're the only one on camera, so
Yeah, I
she
know.
must be talking about you.
I know. This new you is amazing. Like I only had like 2 or 3 experiences, but what it's doing to my health is just amazing. Like I feel so healthy. It's incredible. Just after a month and a half, and I'm like funny. I crack jokes. I just have a completely new life. Proof
Good.
enough for me.